Your hair looks super red.
Oh, I washed my hair today. So thank you.
Wow.
Quarantine goals.
And I used my Domino's Alchemic Red. And so it looks refreshed. And then I used L'Oreal Root Fix so that what I had left that wasn't as red as this, I basically spray painted. So
Nice.
Yay! It worked. Good for you.
That's life in quarantine. We are. I'm sorry. Oh God, I have to like do the sound effects and you can see my face.
Boop,
Okay.
boop, chew.
That's right.
No.
Everyone's going to get to see the sound effects. It's great.
Woo, chew, pow, 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 pow. Welcome to the Gun and Nurgers podcast. Starring Katie.
Hello. I
What's
finally
your
got around to
fun
playing Animal Crossing.
Yay! Poo, choo, choo, pa, Shelley.
My fun fact is my refrigerator is now a crisp 37 degrees after not working well for 2 weeks.
Oh, nice. All
Yes.
right. We're ready
Yes.
for refrigeration.
Very happy.
Ding, choo, 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 pa, Johna.
Well, I don't have a fun fact because I had to go back to work on Monday, so I'm no longer quarantined.
Not so fun fact.
Yeah, sad fact.
Your fun fact is that Magnum PI is playing in the background there.
Magnum PI is literally on in the background.
Now, is this an episode that you have seen before, or are you gonna have to go back and watch it?
Well, it's live on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries right now.
Okay.
Very fancy. So I'll probably just go back and watch it because I've seen like 10 episodes of Magnum PI.
You've been talking about, wait a second, you've been talking about, we're not done yet. We'll get to this. Choo, choo, choo. Also, producer Patchy.
Hey!
Hey!
Hi, guys.
The only guy.
Patches
The only
O'Hottie
guy.
hand.
Aw, he's all
Yeah, it's
sad.
me.
Patch's fun fact is that I came up with the idea to do this on Zoom and also try to record on Zencaster, and it didn't work. So all of the wonderful microphones and different cords and things that he had set up are now not being used. Yay! Patches!
Wonderful.
So sad.
He tried. He was there for gave it the old college try. So
Yep, finally got good at editing, and I'm not going to be able to edit anything. This is going to be awesome.
Well, you know.
there you go.
And then, zing, woo, woo. My name's KJ, and my fun fact is I am drinking caffeine after 5 p.m., so I will not be able to sleep tonight. Yay!
We have a wasp in our kitchen.
Oh no, kill it.
You have a wasp in your kitchen right now?
Kill it.
Yes, I'm looking at it. Eric has to go kill it.
Oh my gosh.
And my
You
dog's
say-
watching it too.
God,
Murphy, stay
we're
away.
all so
It's
stressed for
spicy.
you.
You won't like it.
Don't
It's on the move.
What I really want to happen is to see Katie up and running around the kitchen while we're on the Zoom. I think
All right, well, we'll let Katie focus on not being attacked by a wasp.
Appreciate it.
So stressed.
Don't drink the water, throw it at the wasp.
That'll make it mad.
I was going to say, I don't think that's a good idea, Katie.
Spray it with
the
Windex.
Just try to help.
Spray it with Windex.
It works. They can't fly.
That's
If you
true.
spray 'em
I've
with Windex?
done it before.
Yeah. It also kills
If you like
ants.
spray them with anything, it like weighs them down.
Okay. All right. Well, I know that Katie will have a gaming update for us. Shelley is our queen of board games.
Mhm.
And Johna has a sappy show to share with us. And I don't really offer anything to
You're
the
just
show.
here.
I'm just here. I will say.
I could give you a WrestleMania update.
Oh yeah, we watched WrestleMania, so we can get a WrestleMania update from Patches. How's the Wasp?
He
very
told me to
distracting.
keep an eye on it and walked away. Yeah, get the Windex.
What a man!
It's on the light.
You're gonna marry that man.
I told him killing bugs was in the vows, and he didn't believe me.
So the first thing, want to kick things off. I know that the show will air several days after the fact, but Paul Rudd celebrated a birthday this week. And can you believe he is 51?
Really?
There's no way that he's 51 years old.
He is 51.
So am I.
He looks the exact same as he did in Clueless, and you look the same when I met you 8 years ago. So you guys suck.
Well, you're not 51. What are you talking about?
I totally
29.
am. Paul Rudd and I are like twins, except for 4 months apart.
No, don't be twins. Be his soulmate.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Yeah, you and Paul Rudd.
I kind of like that idea.
Right? Yeah, the couple that never ages.
Yeah, there you go.
But thank you to Jennifer who posted in the Kind of Nerdy Network some of the comments about this. He's a Time Lord. #fact.
Maybe.
And he would be regenerating, and he would look different.
True.
I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, it was.
Honestly, Paul Rudd is just such a babe.
Maybe he's a clone.
Are we gonna get an Ant-Man 3? Has that been announced?
like the TV show? What?
Huh?
Oh, maybe.
What TV show?
I didn't hear.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, you said, Katie said maybe he's a clone, and I said, oh, like the TV show, like the show that's on Netflix that I watched that was weird, with Paul Rudd in it, where he was a clone.
Oh, it's all coming together now.
What show was that?
Oh, I know what it is. Wait, it's called Living with Yourself. It's really weird. Okay. Like I watched it when it first came out, and I still haven't. I need to watch it again, but I haven't gotten around to it because it was really, really weird the first time.
I did not see it.
Yeah,
honestly, I love Paul Rudd, but it's not something I would recommend.
Yeah.
If you want to see Paul Rudd for like 10 episodes
on the carpet
for like an hour each, like definitely watch it. But
I like how we're trying to have a conversation, and Katie's trying to not be attacked.
Kill it. Good.
To kill it.
It's dead. Okay. Moving on.
Now? Okay.
R.I.P.
All right.
Yay.
Oh, funny that we were talking about Ant-Man while you were fighting off a wasp. Oh, what if you killed the wasp?
Sucks. Don't be in my house.
Oh man, I miss Katie.
That's perfect.
I know. I kind of wanted to do this just because I've been worried about Katie because the last few times we've podcasted, she's been suspiciously quiet.
You know why? Because I'm playing on my phone the whole time.
What?
And now she can't because we can see her. We can see her.
It's just below the screen.
What have you been doing that's more important than talking to your kind of nerdy girls?
Playing Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery.
How is it?
Well, I'm doing the Valentine's Day quest because I didn't touch it for 6 months. So now all the time stuff is coming up. So yeah.
Getting ready for Valentine's Day next year.
Yeah, I'm getting ready for Valentine's Day in a few days.
Oh, you guys, what if we're still stuck in our houses on Valentine's Day?
Next year? Wonderful.
Next year?
That'll be bad.
And it won't be any different than any other Valentine's Day I've ever had.
That is so sad.
I live a very sad life, if y'all didn't know.
Valentine's Day is overrated anyway.
Yep.
It is. We don't do anything. Shelley, do you ever play the Harry Potter games? Like on the phone games?
I did for a while, and I actually haven't played it for a little bit. I've just been too busy with work. I was just thinking when Katie brought it up, God, I really need to start playing that again because I really loved it.
Yep. I had stuff to do. I forgot.
I was irritated when they first launched it because you couldn't play for very long without either having to buy more stuff or wait like 8 hours.
Oh.
And they made it better, didn't they, Katie?
Well, my problem was like I would play through the story and then I played through everything they wrote and I had to wait a couple of weeks for the next thing to come out. So like you're just kind of biding your time doing nothing. So being gone for 6 months, there's lots of content for me to get through.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I bet there's a lot of stuff I could do now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Patches, you should come closer so we can, hear you and have. Are you just producing the stuff?
Social distancing.
Yeah.
He
He's
is.
social distancing from you, KJ.
You need to move back a little bit further.
Okay, you guys.
Yes.
So I had a repairman in my house today on the refrigerator that was not functioning.
Was he 6 feet away from you?
Was he hot?
Okay.
No.
That's the more important question.
No.
I always look for hot install guys.
He did have gloves on and a mask on, but he was coughing. And he told me it was allergies or a sinus infection, he's sure. And his boss was kind of like, if you're sick, you shouldn't be there. And he was kind of reading me these texts out loud. So
after really helpful. That's really helpful.
He did fix the temperature gauge in the refrigerator, and it's a Samsung, and there was this block of ice behind the back panel that meant that the fan couldn't turn. So, $200 later, it's fixed, knock on wood. But after he left, I literally spent an hour like Lysoling, 409ing every conceivable, every inch of that refrigerator, every surface he was around. I put a towel over the chair he sat on, told the kids they can't sit on it for 3 days.
But you have to do that.
No, here's the thing, you guys. He fist bumped me. I should have been like,
it's that natural response. You're like, yeah, all right.
And then I ran over and washed my hands.
Oh my God! Okay. What refrigerator repair person fist bumps their clients? Like,
this is so bad, but yeah, I said something about being divorced, and he goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, divorce. Bam.
Yeah, it was just like that, Johna. Just like, I was like, well, first of all, why did I have to say that? Why? No. And then, no. And then you don't need to touch me.
All right, divorce and disease.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he was a really great guy. He was super nice. He did a great job, very reasonable. So I feel a little bad, but at the same time, I was a little freaked out.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
He probably knows that's exactly what you did when he left. He was like, that lady's probably cleaning the hell out of her house right now.
Yeah, he told me. He goes, spray. I don't know what I do with my pen. Everybody who is a pen person knows if you ever find a cap laying around on one of your felt tips, you're like, what was I doing? Oh, my God. Anyway, it was just.
I don't know that's everyone's response, Shelley. I don't know that everyone freaks out.
100%.
These are expensive little pins for my planners.
I want a felt pin.
Oh, yeah. Those are like the super fine point felt pins, aren't they? Yeah.
Yes.
I want one.
Yeah.
Prismacolor.
Can I request a birthday present even though my birthday is not till November? I want a felt pen so bad. I wrote with one time and the girl would not let me take it from her. I was like, can I have this? She was like, no. I was like, please? She was like, no. I was like, oh,
no,
okay.
No. People who do that kind of thing are protective of their pens.
Could you pass it over, Shelley, so it looks like you're giving it
to wait.
There you go, Johna.
Wouldn't it be so awesome if she had one and could have just pulled it right down? That would be super cool. We got to work on that, Johna. Yeah, and then Katie. Yeah.
Oh man, next time we do this, we'll be ready for some magic tricks.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Since we got it started on, talking about gaming stuff, I think I would like to stay there because it keeps Katie's attention. And we do have some gaming news. So, it's time for Katie's gaming update.
And my alarm went off. So I finally got around to playing Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
and it's as cute as I expected. Yeah. I was excited for it.
What about it did you like that's different?
It's a little island, so you start as like you're booking your flight at the airport for your island getaway retreat package, and you get there and you're like camping in a tent with a couple of other people, and then you're like, oh, well, we're going to build up the island. So we build a museum and we build a shop, and then you upgrade from a tent to a house, and now we're like expanding. More people are moving to the island. You build a bridge to get to more of the island, you know. It's just like simple little tasks that then add up, and then you actually start to see progress.
When do you get to see animals?
Right away.
All the time.
The first people you talk to are 2 raccoons.
Hey, Katie, did you know that Tom Nook has a verified Twitter account?
Of course he does.
Wait, who is Tom Nook?
Tom Nook is the raccoon that owns your mortgage, and you have to pay him back.
So is this the fuchsia colored raccoon, or?
Nah, he's brown.
He's brown? Okay.
He's a normal raccoon color.
Just a normal raccoon, okay.
Have you encountered any weird animals so far?
You get like 2 default characters on your island right away. I have one that's a green horse. Yeah.
Oh, where's the blue chicken?
No blue chicken yet. I have a monkey that is gray and a green horse.
All right. Shelley, are you playing this game as well, or how do you know Tom Nook?
So new with this release, there can be 2 players.
Okay.
So both my kids are playing together. But the thing that sucks about it, and my son who's a gamer, like legitimate, like whatever, he's like, you know, it's a racket, because the only way you can have the second player is if you do the $3 or $5 a month subscription, and only if you're player 1 can you really do anything. So the other one can only kind of follow you around and do stuff to help. You can't like
kind of like what Patches is doing now.
Just like that. He's like player 2. That's what we're going to call him, Patches O'Haughty player 2 from now on. So yeah, it's yeah. So that's, I don't know if you knew about that, Katie, if you have anybody gaming with you or whatever. And
you can visit other people's islands. So if you give people your friend code, you can go see what they're doing at their place.
But you can't really do anything. You can just visit.
No, when you're visiting the islands, it's super cute. You can do things together, right?
I think so. I haven't gotten that far because I don't have friends. But yeah.
Katie doesn't. Wait a second. That is not true. You have friends
that don't play this game.
And you don't like to play games with other people. You like to play by yourself.
Yeah, but you get like Nook miles because his name is Tom Nook. So he gives you a cell phone. It's called a Nook phone. And Nook like phone. The reward system in the game is Nook miles. Okay. So you can use Nook miles to buy things like new crafting recipes and clothes and things like that. You can also buy tickets to other islands and stuff. So you can just clean them of their resources and then leave and never come back.
Can you like set them on fire or shit like that?
No, but you can chop down trees, you know, dig up the ground, deface the land. Pretty standard. Yeah.
Standard.
Yeah, you get Nook miles for everything you do. And a lot of it's like catch 1 fish, get 100 Nook miles. So, you know.
Nice. Now, how would you compare this to the other Animal Crossings?
I like the island style. I think it's really cute because, you know, the rest of it's like, oh, it's a house and you got to, you know, pay your mortgage. So exciting, you know. But the island one, it's cute and it's festive. And like right now, every day you play, you get a daily bonus for showing up. But it's getting ready for Bunny Day. So Easter is called Bunny Day in the game. And there's a bunny that just kind of mooches around your island and is like, hey, find all these eggs that I've hidden around the island. So you have to find earth eggs and wood eggs and water eggs and random stuff, all in preparation for Bunny Day.
Oh, so you're looking for, what's that?
Element eggs is what it sounds like.
There's 6 different kinds. There's sky eggs too. That one's the weird one.
So does the last Airbender show up at this too? Or
okay, I wish, because let me tell you something. I love Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Same.
Wait a sec. Okay, explain this. Okay, I have not seen The Last Airbender.
Well, I own the box set. I can lend it to you.
Okay, so explain to me, is The Last Airbender tied into Avatar?
No. So the movie with the blue people, which we shall not mention,
I think she's talking
is not related at all.
Okay.
There is actually a Last Airbender movie, but
that we don't talk about because it's trash.
Yeah.
What? So which one is good?
None of them.
The show, the animated TV show that was on Nickelodeon for like my entire childhood is like one of the best TV shows ever. There's so much character development and the effects are great. The animation's great. Like 10 out of 10, highly recommend.
Would it work for me now, or did I?
Oh yeah, it's a really good show. Like it's not just for kids or anything like that. It's about the Avatar, master of all four elements, and he's like is a child, and he got frozen in an iceberg because there was a genocide, and he ran away. And then 100 years later, he has to deal with the fallout of him leaving and fight an entire nation that decided to throw off the balance here.
Yeah, but he also has to learn how to bend all the elements because he only knows how to bend air, so he has to learn water and fire and earth.
And he has like his squad, his friends. Yeah, like there's the girl and her brother. Too? Some of them can, some of them can't, because not everybody's a bender.
So the girl is a water bender,
and then she's got the brother with a boomerang.
Sokka.
Yep, like his power is having a boomerang.
I wish that was my power.
Then there's the little blind girl that can earthbend.
I think her name's Toph.
Toph. Yeah. Then there's Zuko, my favorite.
Zuko. Oh, I love Zuko so much. Oh my god.
Say easy, Johna.
No, Zuko is probably one of the most well-developed characters in that whole show.
Emo prince of my childhood.
Wow.
Love him.
And it's a cartoon?
So yeah, it's a cartoon.
Like, you hate him so much in the beginning. You're like, God, I hate this guy. And then by the end, you're like, damn, I really love this guy. He's so awesome.
Did you guys have cartoon crushes? Like, did you ever crush on a cartoon character?
Yeah. Goku from Dragon Ball Z was my first love. I don't know what you're talking about.
There it is.
There it is. The box set.
I love it.
And this has nothing to do with Avatar the movie.
No, no one likes the blue people, and no one likes The Last Airbender, the movie, because that was terrible.
So only the cartoon.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Shelley, who was your cartoon crush?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, then maybe you didn't have one.
No, I did. Well, I don't know if probably Archie, but he was more, he was, because I read the comics when I was
little. From Archie Comics?
Yeah.
The comic book guy?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's my mom.
Hi.
Say hi.
Oh, okay.
She brought me dinner.
Ooh,
nice.
Well, that's nice, Mom.
Yeah.
So do you watch Riverdale then, Shelley?
So because I'm a classic Archie person, I did, and I watched it.
Johna, I miss you so much.
Johna, my mom misses you.
Oh,
I miss you too.
That's so cute.
She said she misses you too.
I watched like the first season, 2 seasons maybe, and it's vastly different. There's very little that actually ties into the original characters, which is fine. I mean, I could separate that, and I was fine. But I really liked the comics. So you liked the comics so much that you couldn't wrap your head around how different that world was. Yeah. I can see that. I quit watching because the whole Luke Perry thing. I
haven't been back since he died.
I haven't either.
No. Couldn't. Yeah.
We should watch it together when quarantine's over.
Why can't you watch it with me? Why are you going to watch it with me?
Because he was more caught up than you were, I thought.
I'm caught up right to the third season.
Face. KJ's not happy. She's like, what?
I'm just saying. I remember we were going to the Make-A-Wish party. We were talking about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe by the time we're out of quarantine, I'll be caught up. No, I won't.
No, you won't. You're not going to watch it because Luke Perry's like dead.
Yeah, because I don't even want to watch, catch up and watch the ones where he's still in the show. Like, I just can't. I don't want
He's not really in it. The season before, like the season that he's in before this season that's out, he's not even really in it.
Not
he's there, here and there. These kids really don't have any parents. Like, you, never see their parents.
Except for FP. He's the only one that is like, here's your dad.
Oh, and
how much do I love FP?
I hate them.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well,
I will say Gina Gershon as Jughead's mom. Always had a big crush on Gina Gershon. So, good casting
let's talk
call
about
there.
Cole Sprouse. love Cole Sprouse as
Oh my
Jughead.
God.
I know.
So
He
good.
wipes his own ass.
Yeah, he does.
When I gave him the realization that Cole Sprouse was the kid from Big Daddy, that was his immediate response. The kid who says, "I wipe my own ass." Like, yeah, that's him.
That's anybody's response.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Did anybody watch Schitt's Creek last night, the series finale?
No.
No, but we're still watching
it.
No, but
Katie,
Katie, what the hell? Really?
Listen, I only watch bad TV. I am rewatching for like the 80th time Bones right now.
That's just good TV.
That's David Boreanaz. That makes it good
I
TV.
I do.
What a babe.
Honestly, Katie, I'm gonna tell you this, and Shelley's gonna get pissed at me, but I'm fine with it because I love her and I don't.
I like being able to see your faces again.
Right? Because you already know something like shitty's coming. Schitt's Creek really is a shitty show.
It's in the name.
Yeah, it really is. It's funny, but the show itself, it's not a good show. It's a funny show, but I don't think it's a good show.
But it's trying to be funny. So in the
That's
fact
the
that
problem.
it's trying to be funny.
I don't think you guys know what kind of following this show has.
Don't you talk to me that way. I'm enjoying this show now.
Yeah.
I'm in with this guy over here.
I'm just, all I'm saying is that, like, I feel like they try, I mean, the comedy is good. I think they try to force it too much, too often.
Yeah.
There goes Johna.
Bye, Johna.
Oh man.
Shelley's gonna punch me next time she sees me. Great.
I'm really, since I decided that
Oh, The Witcher sucks too.
that I really loved it.
All right, I'm logging off.
Yeah. Out. I'm out.
I'm leaving.
All I listen to is the Witcher soundtrack all the time now.
Toss a coin to your Witcher is a bop, A. B, I paid for the soundtrack on iTunes.
Me too.
Nice.
Me
Very
too.
nice.
Yes.
I bought it.
I didn't even get to the
good.
toss a coin to your Witcher.
That
part.
was in the second episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
I fell asleep by then.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
All right, I'm done. Goodbye.
Yeah, we can't.
We're going to go have our own Zoom meeting.
There's gonna be them talking shit about you guys. That's all it is.
Yeah.
A Witcher Zoom meeting, and you're not invited.
So let me ask Shelley, since I am enjoying Schitt's Creek,
Yes.
and I can keep watching it without you, Patches.
No, I mean,
if you're going to be condescending and shitty,
I'm enjoying the show. I'm not being shitty. I'm just, I mean, like, I'm really not. I'm being honest about how I feel about it.
He is speaking his truth.
You know,
you could be honest, and you could say it's not for me, or it's not. You're insulting the show.
Well,
it's insulting Shelley.
It's like how well, yeah. Well, maybe I like insulting Shelley though too. But but no, I feel like that with The Office as well. Like, I think it's a shitty show. I mean, like, it is.
What is happening right now? Is this an alternate universe? I don't understand.
Well,
I can't.
Like, I don't feel comfortable watching the shows. There's a lot of shows that.
You not being comfortable with that kind of humor doesn't make it a bad show. He can't handle Moira. Moira makes him so uncomfortable. That's what he doesn't like about Schitt's Creek.
Eugene Levy does too.
It's the same thing that he has with
I
The
love Eugene
Office.
Levy.
I know.
The kids I think are funny as hell.
I get uncomfortable too during shows, and I can't watch them. And sometimes The Office does make me uncomfortable in that way. I know it's an awesome show. I just get that's a me personal thing when I get uncomfortable. But I will tell you about Schitt's Creek is they really, season 2 is my favorite season. I feel like they really hit their groove. I feel like they're playing all of the characters' traits up a lot in the first season, especially Chris Elliott. And it becomes more like natural in their characters in season 2. It's just, and they start really developing them for you know, for a very short comedy that maybe is like 16 minutes of filming an episode, you know, it's really amazing the character development they get. So I would say, you know, unless you're a pansy, you can maybe stick with it, and you know.
I'm willing. I'm going to stick with it.
We're pretty
really
far in. Are we?
We just. Well, you started falling asleep halfway through the episode of.
I do that.
The murder mystery party.
The murder mystery party. Yeah.
Twyla's murder mystery party. Thing.
Oh yeah.
So that's where we are in the lineage of Schitt's Creek.
I personally love Moira. Like she is a lunatic, and it's hilarious. And
she is just way too extra for me.
She's so extra. I love that about her.
So let me ask, without like giving anything away, since we're a lot of people are like us right now, and in their stay at home, they're like, oh, I'm finally gonna watch this show.
Speak for yourself.
This show. Is it a satisfying end to the series?
Yes.
Were you happy with what happened last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really good. Like I said, their character development. The last season was not my favorite season, but it was a really good season. It was a really good way to wrap up with the characters and to say goodbye to that. And Haley and I. And then they did like this hour special, and they show like Dan and Eugene talking about it, and Catherine O'Hara saying, at first she didn't want to do the show. It was just amazing. And then, by the time that ended, they were all crying and we were crying. It was such a close-knit group of them, and they all loved working together so much. You could just tell they were just wonderful people, I
love Emily Hampshire's character. I think she, like, her and David, I think they are the absolute best parts of that show.
Oh, they're great.
They're Stevie?
Stevie.
Yeah, Stevie.
Yeah,
Stevie. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Johna, what are you cracking up about? I can see you.
Well, I was laughing at Patrick because he was like, oh, cool. Like, oh, I really don't give a shit. But like, right.
Dude, I'm gonna keep watching the show. I don't hate the show.
Whatever.
I'm not saying I hate the show. I'm not saying I hate the show. I don't. But I really don't hate the show.
Also, Hoodie Allen's live on Instagram right now, so I'm looking at his pretty face right here.
Focus.
But also, my mom is listening to like 90s R&B like right outside my door.
Hell yeah.
So like, I just keep hearing like all these, like right now, One Sweet Day's playing, and I'm just like, oh man, what a jam that is. Like,
right? Dude, if Genuine Pony hooks up, let me know.
Man, look, there's a lot going on over here.
There's an evil Sebastian.
He's gone. I can pay attention to you guys now.
Good. I'm gonna make you focus. Woo, choo, chin, chin, chin. Ooh, wee, ooh. It's time for Jona's Sappy Show update. Woo!
I've been watching lots of stuff because I don't have anything better to do.
I like how you actually kind of brought your voice down a little bit. Like, I thought you were going to Barry White us there for a second. Well,
no,
I know you've been looking for some lovey shows.
I have the only like sappy show that I've watched is A Million Little Things.
Oh yeah, how is it?
First of all, it is fantastic, and I don't want to admit how many times I cried while I was catching up. So I will say that I did cry a lot, but it was so good. So I would recommend that. It's on NBC, ABC, one of those two networks. I know it's not on Fox.
What is it?
Hulu, though.
Thanks for the info, Johna.
We are only kind of nerdy. I think it's on, I'm not any better, but I think it's on ABC because I know that it is not on NBC. NBC is where This Is Us is on. And also, NBC, they just, because of this stuff, the show got pushed back a little bit, but so there's only one episode of it, but it was a really, really good pilot called Council of Dads. And it's got
Yes.
J. August Richard, who played God in Angel, in it, and Sarah Wayne Callies, she was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., she was in The Walking Dead.
So is J. August Richard.
That's right.
Yeah, he was Deathlock.
He was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, he was Deathlock in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
But it's a really good pilot, and it's coming back. I want April 30th is when it comes back. But just a really sort of interesting concept, and also one of those shows that's going to, you can tell right away it's going to give you lots of feels. So I highly recommend, Johna, that you watch the pilot and get ready. April 30th, Council of Dads will be back on NBC.
Well done.
I'm gonna tell you, I probably won't watch it.
Oh, because the dad thing. No, I think you actually might like the concept of this. I would say watch the pilot, and if you're like, no, I don't want to do that. Johna and I don't have dads. Anybody else? Yeah, you don't have a dad. Yeah, Katie's still.
We're in the dead dad club, okay?
Yeah, dead dad. The Council of Dead Dads.
Oh, Katie having a dad.
Quit bragging about how you have a dad, Katie. Patches.
Hey, Grandpa Patches comes up with SD cards. It's cool.
Grandpa Patches is the best.
It didn't strike me, Johna, and I'm further along, out for my grief for my dad, but it didn't strike me as I can't watch this because this is too close to home. It was sort of a different way of building a family, like a village. So, and it's one episode, so you don't have to. It's not coming back until April 30th, so you can hate it and never watch it again. But if we get J. August Richards or Sarah Wayne Callies on the show, then you have to watch it or pretend that you've watched it.
I just have to watch the one episode.
Just one.
Yeah.
Just one.
One episode. That one episode.
What's that?
I said I really loved that one episode. If they ever come on the show, I'm like, oh my god, the pilot was so great.
If they came on the show now, there's only one episode that you could watch. So
that's true.
So there you go. All right. Well, thank you for your sappy show share.
But I also have 2 movies that I watched.
Okay.
Well, one was a rewatch because it was so good the first time.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Falling in Love, in INN, like a hotel.
Oh, okay.
Puns. And it's got Christina Milian in it, and it's on Netflix. And
I have not heard that name in forever. Christina Milian.
She does all the romantic movies on
Is that what she's doing now?
Yeah.
Who is that?
She had some radio hits. You'd know them if you heard them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you. I only know her as the actress Christina Milian. So
look it up. Google it, Katie. Google it. Christina Milian. What were her hit songs?
But the movie is she gets laid off from her job and she enters a win and end contest, and the inn is in New Zealand. So she has to move to New Zealand to fix up this old bed and breakfast with this really hot handyman.
Of course.
Oh, this is right up your alley.
Yeah. So they fix up the inn and they fall in love, and it's really great. And I cried. Even the second time I saw it, I still cried. I was like, what's wrong? Every time I watched it the one time and I cried like a bitch. I'm not even gonna lie. I was like, oh my god, this is so cool.
Is she the girl that sang Call Me Beat Me, the Kim Possible song?
No, that's Chris. That's oh my god. Wait, no, that's not her. I think that's Christy Carlson Romano, I think.
No, different song.
We're going to figure this out. Stop this whole podcast until we figure out what her hit records were. Because she came by the radio station once.
If you Google her top hits are Dip It Low, When You Look at Me, and Call Me Beat Me from Kim Possible 2003.
I remember Dip It Low.
Nope.
I remember Dip It Low. Yep. What's the other movie that you watched, Johna, that fits into your sappy update?
For the first time, and the movie's been out for a really long time apparently, even though I know it's been out a long time. Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Oh, I watched that.
I've heard that was really good. I haven't seen it yet. Was it good?
I liked it. A little whiny for my taste, but I liked it.
Johna?
It wasn't like, I didn't go into it with any like expectations because I was like, I don't know what this is, but everybody talks about it, so I'm gonna watch it. It was really good. I actually cried like a lot. And Paul Rudd's in it. He was an English teacher, and I was like, damn, I want him to be my English teacher.
My soulmate.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, your soulmate. Yep. It's all coming back around.
Right?
back to Paul Rudd.
It all comes back to Paul Rudd.
But it was really good, and I cried a lot.
You cry. So crying a lot is good for you?
Yeah, I mean, it gets rid of all the negative energy I got in here, so. It's just like,
Donna's like, earlier today, she's like, I cried. I cried at work. And I'm like, well, I mean, like, yeah, but like you always cry at work, so what?
I watched the freaking Jonas Brothers documentary on Amazon Prime, Chasing Happiness. Oh my God, it was so good. I was it was from like 2019. It's from like last year, I think.
Okay.
But it was so good. I was like, because they tell you like why they broke up and how like they started the band and like how they ended up coming back together.
So why did they break up? It was
really good. Like because they released their first album that was like a really big hit.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of the name of it, but then they took a break and they all kind of went their separate ways and did their own thing. And then they came back and they kind of just were being really like tense towards each other because they had gotten a taste of like being like, you know, Kevin being a dad and, you know, Joe being on his own and Nick being, you know, on Broadway or whatever. And so they had like gotten a taste of being, you know, not a band. And then they came back together to start a tour and they just weren't feeling it. And so Nick actually, which I was so surprised, Nick's the one who was like, I don't think we should be a band anymore. And I was like, not Nick. No way. So Nick broke up the band. Yep. Nick broke up the band.
Man, I so wanted it to be Kevin.
Way to go.
It was Nick. And so they met up in like Australia or something where Joe's living at right now. Or where he was living at. I don't know. And they like came together and started like talking and like getting like all the bad things out and, you know, coming together as brothers. It was really, really good. Like I was really laying here in my bed, like bawling my eyes out.
I was going to say, did you cry?
The Jonas Brothers.
I mean, I love the Jonas Brothers. Like, don't get me wrong, but it was so sad when they broke up because you're like, oh man, great. They're brothers. Like they love each other and then they break up. And
they can't break up from being brothers, Johna.
Well, they can break up from not talking to each other. Like, they didn't, like, talk to each other. They weren't around each other for, like, years.
I can't take anything Jonas Brothers seriously in this conversation because I just watched the South Park episode with the Jonas Brothers.
With Disney.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, God, with the purity rings and all that crap.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the purity rings. Oh, yeah.
They talk about those in the documentary, too. They talk about all of that stuff in the documentary. But, like, it was really good. Like, it just, you know, it made you, like, want to, like, call your sibling that's on your shit list and be like, damn, I love you, bro. Like...
Let's start a band.
My siblings are on my shit list.
Let's start a band.
Hey, all the shit that we went through in the past, the mouse made us do it. All right, so let's just squash it and we'll move forward.
Ching, choo, chee, poo, chee, chee, pow, poo, chee, ching, poo, choo, 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 choo. It's time for Shelley's board game update. Woo! This is a new segment on our show. And Shelley, you don't always have to have like new games, but I know that you play a ton of board games. Yeah, I've seen your house. You have a ton of board games, and especially right now when people are...
It's damn impressive.
It is. It's super impressive. And right now when people are stuck at home and it's like, what else can I do? I just thought, you know what? Shelley knows what to do.
Well, we tried 2 new games this week.
Okay.
And we liked them both. One was called Ticket to Ride, and it's a classic. A lot of people have played it. It's really easy to learn, and it's a really fun game. It's a quick game. It's like a board game, and you have these trains, and you're trying to get across the country with your little routes. It's really cute. It's easy. I I got it on Amazon. I know I have heard that on Target and a lot of websites that board games are just depleted because everybody's playing games right now. So, you know, you may have to be creative about where you're finding some of the games and stuff. But, you know, I have so many here from my years of going to Gen Con that I really shouldn't be buying any new games, even though I keep buying games. The other game we played is called Oregon Trail. And
like the game?
Like the Oregon Trail?
Except they made it patches. Can I help you?
I just have one question. Who was the first person to die of dysentery?
Me.
Yes. I honestly didn't know if that was still going to be a thing.
So it's actually, they made it into a card game. And
oh my God.
What's really cute is like you put down your rivers and stuff and it says press the space bar and get a calamity. And then the calamity cards are like the dysentery, or you have a broken wheel and you need spare parts.
Yeah,
you have supply cards, and you play, it's a co-op game. So we were all playing together. Co-op means it's cooperative play instead of being against each other. Your goal is to make the stacks of cards to get from one end of the trail to the other. And every time, we never made it, every time we would end up, usually it was all of us getting wiped out at once by not being able to get across the river.
How many players does it take? I mean, like, is it something that just he and I could play? Is it something that it is?
You can do two. You can do 2-player. I only get things that I can do that will pretty much anymore. I've been staying with something that's just 2 players. So if one of the kids, if I can rope one of them into playing with me, I will. So it's, you know, I think it's like, I don't know, is it 2 to 5 players maybe? Next time I'm doing this, I'll like actually have the box with me so we can refer to it. But it's super cute, easy, fast, really cute. And it's, you know, it is totally based on the computer game, but it's really fun. I like co-op games. I like it when you're all like working together for the goal. And, you know, when we all go down together, it's like, hey, at least we all died together, you know. So,
I like that. Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. Thanks, Shelley. Is there anything else that we need to talk about, guys? Katie, do you have any trivia? What do you eat? What are you eating?
I'm eating barbecue.
I mean, like, we are really watching you eat, right?
It's barbecue. It's really good.
I asked her so bad like 5 minutes ago. I was like, oh my God, Katie, what are you eating? But somebody was talking and I was like, I don't want to interrupt.
But like
loaded fries with brisket.
Nice.
Oh, we've got tacos simmering over here.
Rack's Barbecue in Carmel.
Oh,
we went there before, didn't we?
Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's my favorite barbecue place. They know me.
So good.
I feel like me and Katie have been there before.
We have.
Oh, okay, we did go. I couldn't remember.
How's the mac and cheese?
Pretty good. Their loaded fries are really good too.
Okay. All right.
I love fries.
I don't judge my barbecue places on their barbecue. I judge it on their mac and cheese. Like
I need to make you guys my homemade mac and cheese when we can get together again.
Yeah. Or you can make it and drop it off on my porch and tell me it's there.
But I don't know if I will.
All right, Katie, choo bang boom chee boo wee. It's time for Katie's terrible trivia.
Ahem.
Ready. So we buzz in with our names. Okay. All right.
Okay. Where would you find the Sea of Tranquility?
Is this a real thing?
This is a real thing.
Yeah, but
I'm like, what movie was that sea in?
Lots of them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it!
I'll give you a hint. It's not on this planet.
Damn it!
It's on the moon.
It's on the moon.
Thank you.
Oh.
Y'all know what? I'm not even gonna take that point because I 100% cheated.
Phone down, cheater.
Why?
No, I couldn't wait. It's on the moon.
We need to get a big red X graphic to put over cheaters.
Yes, we do.
At least I told y'all I cheated.
By the way, a little space news. Did you guys see those pictures of Jupiter?
Yeah, they're pretty.
We just oh my gosh, they are so beautiful. It's like something. It's like a Van Gogh painting.
Like something out of space. Out of this world.
Oh, what?
Van Gogh. Sorry, I say Van Gogh now because that's how they say it on Doctor Who.
Yeah. That's his name.
Right. I say it the proper way, Johna. Okay. All right.
I know. I'm not.
Joe, did you see pictures
You're
of
not
Jupiter?
proper?
I'm not proper. Just because I studied English doesn't mean anything.
You need to look up the pictures of Jupiter because honestly, with like all the craziness that was going on, I was like, Jupiter's so pretty. Like it brought me peace. Like the world is crazy right now, but the universe is big and beautiful things are happening. And Jupiter's fine. Jupiter's better than ever. It's like, hey, Earth, you suck. Look how beautiful I am.
Is it on NASA's Instagram?
I think so. I saw it on Facebook, but usually I follow NASA too. Usually whatever they put on Facebook is on Instagram too. Yeah. But it's just these beautiful swirls that we've never seen before.
I will check it out.
Yeah, I nerd out about the space stuff. And I know that you do too, Katie, so I'm not surprised that you have seen
Just because she has a NASA t-shirt doesn't mean she's a space geek.
She has more than one NASA
t-shirt. Hey, I just didn't want you to typecast Katie, okay?
I did that myself.
Back to trivia.
Shut up, okay. Help me. Yeah.
Johna, this one's for you. Who was Henry VIII's first wife?
The Spanish chick. I don't remember her name.
Oh, come on.
The Spanish chick.
You're right.
I don't know her name.
Does she get half a point for the Spanish chick?
Yeah, sure.
I know it's just from like Spain. I don't know. What's her name?
Catherine of Aragorn.
Oh.
Catherine.
Yeah.
How could I not? Catherine.
Katie, why did you think Johna would know that?
Because I made her watch The Tudors. Yep.
Oh, that's right. Okay. All right.
I still haven't finished.
Of course you haven't.
All right. Next question. Does anybody have any points? Johna cheated.
She's got half a point.
Johna cheated, but she has half a point.
Half a point.
Okay. Half a point for the Spanish chick. Okay.
The Spanish chick. Okay. One more. What is allspice alternatively known as?
Cumin.
What is what?
Allspice.
Allspice.
The seasoning allspice.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I've used allspice. It's not.
I thought you said Old Spice.
It's not.
All the spices.
Close.
Allspice.
Don't know.
It's pimento.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
I would not have guessed that.
Nope.
No.
I was definitely going to say seasoned salt.
That's what
whatever they put in pumpkin pie.
Okay, one more.
What? One more. Okay.
Well, you can do more if you want.
Okay.
We'll go until somebody legitimately gets one right.
Oh God, we're gonna be here all day. Okay. Not history. Y'all don't know history.
Oh, yes.
No.
Name the 3 primary colors.
Patches.
Oh.
Yeah.
Red, yellow, and blue.
Yes, correct.
Look at us. All right.
Round of applause for you.
On that note, we will wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're listening, we appreciate you. And, watch. Well, you can't watch. You can join the Kinda Nerdy Network, and then you can also join our Kinda Nerdy Night in Zoom room parties. So, we're stuck at home. We did our first one, and it was really, really fantastic. Johna, did you have a good time?
I did have a good time.
Patches, did you have a good time?
Mm-hmm.
And Shelley, you were busy?
I was.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get to meet lots of people that only ever like my memes in the Kinda Nerdy Network.
Right. Yeah, like we put faces and actually had a conversation with people, that are in the Kinda Nerdy Network who were usually just, liking a post or commenting on it. So we got to kind of know each other as human beings.
So cool. That's so cool.
It It was really fun. So we're going to do that again on, kind of just plan on doing it on Fridays.
Look at Katie.
Friday nights at 7 until we can leave our house again. And then we don't really leave our house that much anyway, so maybe we'll just keep doing it on Fridays. Katie, we hope to see you in the Kind of Nerdy Zoom room this Friday.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a no from Katie.
He's very busy.
That's a solid no.
She's got some Animal Crossing to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to pay off his mortgage.
She's got Tom Nook to deal with, you know.
Right.
What are you doing on a Friday night to pay off your mortgage?
Collecting bells by shaking trees.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. It was nice to see everybody, especially, seeing Katie's house for the first time.
Yeah.
Next
So
time
pretty.
it's a really pretty blue.
It's all blue.
The whole house is blue?
Blues and grays, and then our kitchen is Martha Stewart green.
Oh, very nice.
Pretty.
I look forward to seeing it. Maybe next time you can do like maybe next time you can do a cribs tour, like Katie's cribs.
Hey, MTV,
Katie's crib.
welcome to my crib.
Yeah.
Next time on the Kind of Nerdy Girls, it's Katie's crib. Ooh, choo, choo, choo. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Love you.
guys.
Yeah.